If you don't like surprises but still love eating out, you might want to put down your fork for a second, because what's happening behind the kitchen doors of some Iowa restaurants is enough to make even the bravest foodie lose their appetite. We all love the thrill of trying a new spot or grabbing a bite at our favorite local joint. But what if I told you that your next meal could come with a side of something you definitely didn't order? Imagine sitting down to a plate of your favorite comfort food, only to discover that the real story is happening out of sight, just a few feet away in the kitchen. It's a reality that's more common than you might think, and it's turning the Iowa dining scene upside down. Whether you're a die-hard foodie or just someone who enjoys a quick bite, the truth about what's lurking in some of these kitchens might just change the way you look at your next meal. That's right. There's a hidden world in Iowa's restaurant kitchens, and it's not the kind of secret menu you want to discover. Health inspectors have been making the rounds, and what they're finding is enough to make your skin crawl. From the fanciest bistros to the coziest diners, no place is immune to the creepy-crawly chaos lurking just out of sight. These inspections are more than just routine. They're uncovering a pattern of neglect and infestation that's raising eyebrows across the state. And while some restaurants are quick to clean up their act, others seem to be stuck in a never-ending battle against pests and poor hygiene. If you don't like bugs but still like burgers, you're not alone. Imagine biting into a juicy burger only to find out that earlier that day, a cockroach was scurrying across the prep table. It's enough to make you rethink that extra topping. And it's not just burgers. Think about your fries, your salads, even your drinks. The presence of pests in the kitchen means that no dish is truly safe from contamination. It's a sobering thought, especially when you realize how easily these critters can slip past even the most watchful eyes. So if you're squeamish, buckle up for this wild ride. Because what you're about to hear isn't just a one-off horror story. It's a pattern that's been uncovered across the state, and it's leaving customers and staff equally shocked. Diners have reported everything from bugs crawling across their plates to strange smells wafting from the kitchen. Some have even witnessed staff scrambling to hide evidence when inspectors show up. The shock isn't just in the discovery, it's in realizing how widespread these problems really are. If you don't like rodents but still crave restaurants, you might want to double-check what's scurrying under the table. Mice and rats have been spotted making themselves at home in kitchens, pantries, and even dining areas. They're not just looking for crumbs, they're moving in, and they're not paying for their meals. These rodents are experts at finding the tiniest cracks and crevices to sneak through, and once they're inside, they can be nearly impossible to get rid of. Their presence isn't just gross, it's dangerous, spreading disease and contaminating food supplies, and it's not just the customers who are horrified. Chefs and restaurant owners are scrambling to keep up with the demands of health inspections, but sometimes, the problems are just too big to ignore. When inspectors walk in, they're often greeted by scenes straight out of a nightmare. Chefs looking worried, inspectors scribbling down violations, and everyone hoping the next check will be better. The pressure is intense, and for some, it's a wake-up call that things need to change, fast. But for others, it's a constant struggle to keep up with a never-ending list of issues. Get ready, health nuts, because the latest Iowa restaurant inspections are scarier than a horror movie marathon on a Monday. We're talking about violations that would make even the most adventurous eater think twice before ordering dessert. Some of these violations are so severe that restaurants have been temporarily shut down, with warning tape stretched across the doors and staff left wondering what went wrong. It's a situation that's putting the entire industry under the microscope, and the findings are more disturbing than anyone expected. We're talking rodents behind the fryer, hiding in the shadows and darting between kitchen equipment. These aren't just isolated incidents. Some restaurants have been cited multiple times for rodent activity, and the problem seems to be growing. In some cases, inspectors have found evidence of nests, chewed packaging, and even live rodents scurrying across the floor during business hours. It's a nightmare scenario for any restaurant owner, and a major red flag for customers who expect a clean, safe dining experience. Roaches in places you'd never expect, pantries, storage rooms, even inside sealed containers. These pests are masters of hide and seek, and they're not picky about where they set up shop. Cockroaches can squeeze into the tiniest spaces, and once they're in, they multiply quickly. Their presence is a sign of deeper sanitation issues, and getting rid of them often requires a complete overhaul of cleaning practices. For many restaurants, it's a battle that never seems to end. And flies? They're not just buzzing around, they're practically doing the cha-cha on your salad bar, landing on fresh produce and open dishes. It's enough to make you want to skip the salad altogether. Flies are more than just a nuisance. They can carry bacteria from one surface to another, contaminating food and putting customers at risk. In some cases, inspectors have found entire swarms hovering over buffet lines, making it nearly impossible to keep food safe. Inspectors even found larvae cozying up in food prep areas, wriggling in places where your next meal is being made. It's a level of gross out that's hard to imagine, but for some Iowa restaurants it's become a reality. These larvae can end up in food supplies, contaminating ingredients and posing serious health risks. The discovery of larvae is often a sign that pests have been present for a long time, and that deep cleaning and pest control are long overdue. And yes, droppings where nobody wants droppings. Rodent and insect waste has been found on counters, in storage bins, and even near cooking utensils. It's a health hazard that can't be ignored. These droppings can carry dangerous bacteria and viruses, putting both staff and customers at risk. The presence of droppings is a clear sign that pests are not just passing through, they're living and breeding in the very places where food is prepared. So what are the most common violations? Dangerous food storage, like raw meat left out at room temperature or produce stacked next to cleaning chemicals. Dirty counters that haven't seen a proper wipe down in days, sometimes weeks. Food left uncovered, attracting pests and increasing the risk of contamination. These violations aren't just minor slip-ups, they're serious breaches of food safety protocols that can have real consequences for public health, and pest infestations that would make your skin crawl faster than a cockroach at closing time. Picture overflowing trash bins, sticky surfaces that attract bugs, and a general sense of chaos in the back of the house. Trash that isn't taken out regularly becomes a buffet for pests, while sticky floors and counters provide the perfect breeding ground for bacteria. It's a recipe for disaster, and one that's all too common in some Iowa restaurants, and enough bugs to start a new ecosystem. Locals? Not happy. Customers have reported seeing bugs crawling across tables, and some have even walked out mid-meal after spotting something scurrying across the floor. The impact on business can be immediate and severe, with negative reviews and word of mouth spreading quickly. For some restaurants, a single incident can lead to a drop in customers that's hard to recover from. Social media is buzzing louder than the flies, with people sharing photos, videos, and horror stories from their dining experiences. Posts are going viral, and the pressure is mounting for restaurants to clean up their act. In today's digital age, a single photo of a bug in your food can reach thousands of people in minutes, turning a local problem into a statewide scandal. Restaurants are finding that their reputations are on the line, and the only way to recover is to take real, visible action. Tweets and posts are demanding cleaner kitchens and tougher inspections. Some are even calling for public shaming of the worst offenders, hoping that a little embarrassment will lead to real change. But hey, there's hope. The increased scrutiny is forcing restaurants to take food safety more seriously than ever before. Health departments are responding with more frequent inspections, and some cities are even considering new regulations to keep diners safe. Inspectors say it's all about cleaning up, sealing that food, and following strict protocols. Many restaurants are stepping up, investing in deep cleans, new equipment, and better training for their staff. Some are bringing in outside experts to help identify problem areas and develop long-term solutions. It's a big investment, but for restaurants that want to survive and thrive, it's absolutely necessary. The goal is to create a culture of cleanliness that goes beyond just passing inspections, making food safety a top priority every single day, and calling pest control before the bugs RSVP for dinner. Pest control companies are busier than ever, working overtime to help restaurants get back on track and keep the critters at bay. Regular treatments, combined with better sanitation practices, are making a real difference in some places. But it's an ongoing battle, and one that requires constant vigilance. For restaurants, the message is clear. Ignore the problem, and you risk losing everything. So next time you're out for a bite in Iowa, take a moment to check the inspection report posted near the entrance. It might just save you from an unwanted surprise with your meal. These reports are there for a reason. They give you a snapshot of how seriously a restaurant takes food safety. Don't be afraid to ask questions or look up recent inspection results online. Your health and your appetite are worth protecting. Check those inspection reports unless you're hungry for a side of yikes. Remember, a little awareness goes a long way when it comes to food safety. By staying informed and making smart choices, you can help encourage restaurants to maintain higher standards. And if you see something that doesn't look right, don't hesitate to speak up. Your voice matters, and together, we can make dining out safer for everyone. Hit subscribe for more shocking food fails. Stay informed, stay safe, and let's keep our favorite restaurants clean and critter-free. Because at the end of the day, we all deserve a meal that's delicious, memorable, and most importantly, safe. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you dine out, a little vigilance goes a long way. Bon appetit and bug-free bites.